Hey guys, it's your boy D Vallo back with some more boxing. Joseph Parker has defended his WBO title against Razvan Kanju, but it wasn't very exciting. I thought he was gonna knock this guy out in 5 rounds, 3 rounds maybe. He said he was very confident in his best shape. He wanted to hurt someone, but all I saw him doing was throwing a jab for 12 rounds. And you know what? If I paid for this fight, I would have been like, oh, what? And when I heard Hugh Fury pulling out, I thought, ah. When I heard this guy, I thought he's a bit shit. But I was talking about him. But you know, even though Joseph Parker didn't knock this guy out, this guy was tough. This guy came out to fight. And Joseph Parker said that he's sparred this guy over 100 times or 100 rounds. So these two actually know each other. So I'm thinking that's why Joseph Parker had to outbox him because he knows that he couldn't get close to this guy because he's been fighting him before. He's also quite taller and bigger than him and experienced. And he looked like he's quite tough. I wouldn't want to get hit with one of his blows. So I think Parker was just he thought to himself, let me play this smart. I don't want to get into too much exchanges with this guy because he knows what I'm like, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, what is Parker really like on the inside? Because he never really went into the inside with this guy who he sparred with a lot. So does that mean that he's not very good on the inside? But you know what? That's just a little thing. Tell me what you think. I base it off the fact that obviously this guy knows him, so he's gonna have to try and outbox him and do the flashier work because he's the champion, you know what I mean? And he knows that if it goes to decision, if he outboxes the guy, he's not going to be able to win. So I think he won that, but it was a slim victory. People are calling it not a slim victory in terms of points, but weren't that exciting defense of his title, which as a boxing fan we would like to see. Drop your opinion in the comments. But it's just people now are saying that he's the weakest champion out there because of his performance. Because in the heavyweight scene, we want to see knockouts. I want to see someone on the canvas. I want to see someone like we're always hearing about. Oh yeah, heavyweight. It just takes one punch. Where's the one punch? I didn't see anybody hit the canvas. Talking about boring fights. Did you watch Canelo Alvarez versus Chavez Jr.? Oh wow, that was another boring fight. If there wasn't some exciting news at the end, I would have thought, well, boxing is dead. But anyway, I don't like boring fights. And even though this guy came to fight and he was taunting him and all of that, I didn't see a knockout. But at the end of the day, he disposed of him. Even though he got the W, and that's what matters. But now you got man like Dillian Whyte who went to actually watch this Joseph Parker fight, and he's saying he doesn't believe he is a threat and he wants to fight him. And he said if he did fight him, he will guarantee be the WBO champion and he will knock this guy out. So even though when you do win as a champion, if you don't win convincingly enough, people want to fight you and people don't respect you. Other fighters don't respect you and think, you know what, I'm just gonna go in there. It's like I think Dillian Whyte must have looked at it and thought, what's this guy doing? Like he's outboxing that guy, but that guy's some big slow guy. I'm big like this guy. I'm not gonna be pussying around. I'm gonna hit this guy hard. And another thing, I didn't see much power from Joseph Parker. I didn't see the power. I know he's fast. I know he's got good footwork and combinations, but I didn't see any power. Actually, I saw more lazy power shots from the other guy. But anyway, so Dillian Whyte is calling him out, saying, I want to fight you. He said, I made another video about this, but Tony Bellew was also in the picture to fight Joseph Parker. But Dillian Whyte is saying, forget about Bellew. He's not a proper champion. Fight me. You want to fight in the UK? You might as well come here and fight me. It will be a big fight. And you know what I say? I say, yeah, that would be an exciting one. For the boxing, for UK boxing, for boxing all over the world, that would be an exciting fight. Because look at Dillian Whyte's track record. Last person he fought for a British title was Chisora, and that was an exciting fight. That's definitely in my top 5 for exciting fights this year. My another one in the top 5 is obviously AJ and Klitschko because of the dramatics in that, and I think Kell Brook vs Spence will be another one in there. But do you know what I mean? From that, in terms of excitement level, I think that would be a good fight. In terms of skill level, one might say that Dillian Whyte is only on the British level because he's fought Chisora, and so how's he supposed to just jump up and fight Parker? But at the end of the day, in terms of stylistically, Dillian Whyte is big, but he can also box. But I think that if it does get into a fight, he can do some skills on the inside, come onto the outside, and try and land some shots onto Parker. If Parker thinks he can outbox him like he fought against this other guy, then it will be a harder fight. And for that reason, I fancy Dillian Whyte's chances in terms of winning the fight. I fancy that he could actually win it, but I think it will still be an exciting fight. It will be a competitive fight, I believe. But drop it in the comments, what do you think? Also, you got Tony Bellew in the picture. Now, I'm not really going to go into Tony Bellew fighting because Dillian Whyte is the one that was shouting it out, so I'm going to say that, talk about him in this video. But anyway, Joseph Parker, on the other hand, why would he want to fight Dillian Whyte? Well, he wants to fight in the UK because he's tried his best to keep all of his fights within New Zealand, but even though he's become the WBO champion, he's realised that he's not really getting because he ain't knocking out people are losing interest. So he knows if he fights someone in the UK, it'll get people talking about him again. And if he wins in the UK, he can get that big unification fight with AJ. Now, if people call him the weakest champion from that last performance, do you even think he has a chance against AJ? But it remains to be seen. That's why I'd like to see him fight someone like Dillian Whyte. If he used to beat him, then I could say, yeah, go and fight AJ, go and fight Tyson Fury, or go and fight another champion, or British champion. But if he doesn't beat him, then I'll be like, you know what, you're not even that good. You look good, but you're not ready for this anyway. So, yeah, I think Joseph Parker, boring performance, but he got the win. I think you should fight Dillian Whyte. Drop it in the comments. What do you think? It's your boy D Vallo, and I'm out.